Master Warpriest challenge is here. And yes, it's very balding. So when you get done playing and your hands are sweaty and the hair is falling off the back, it's okay. A lot of people are wondering, what's the strat here? What do you do? Well, we were pretty much incorporating how to buff us and buff our damage the best we possibly could. I was using Taipan, I was using other weapons. I ended up switching to bait and switch just because I wanted to be able to break these solar witches as fast as I could and also proc bait and switch with Font of Might. Our fire team was using Wells, 2 hunters with Star Eaters, which is absolutely cracked. That's right, I'm complimenting a hunter. They were doing the most damage on the fire team. They were also the highest power level, but Star Eaters, hunters, hitting those golden guns, using bait and switch was absolutely insane. I think you could also use Izanagi if you really wanted to take off Arbalest for damage, but then it'd really just cost you on ammo, and you might run out of RB ammo for the anti-barrier champions, the solar witches, and don't forget you got to put on Overload Bow to take care of these pesky Overload champs. So the main thing is you want to get ready for damage. How do you get ready for damage? How do you complete the challenge? What should you do? Well, it's very touchy. So the way the challenge works is when you are going to kill a knight that has a brand, you can leave the brand on the ground, but when you pick it up, you have 5 seconds to transfer the brand from one player to another. Doing that, Bungie doesn't care if it's 5 seconds. You better do it in 4 or its challenge failed. As you see here, I pick up my elemental well and I come down for damage. I'm gonna proc bait and switch. We damaged from the middle here every single time because we wanted to set a call out strat, like where do we need to go next, where do we need to transfer next, where do we need to go, who's doing what. So when I jump up here and I kill this knight, I left a little early, I kill the knight, and I tell the person holding brand to jump up. They jump up to me so I can grab that brand right on the edge of that cliff. This was protecting us and not failing challenge. Also, if the brand holder was going to the left there, we would have to go meet them, and we'll show you in future damage phases. In between damage phases, as you see, I switch back to the wrong gauntlets. There we're putting on Aeons, and we're just going around and we're hitting finishers pretty much on everything we can. Special, making heavy bricks, doing everything that we possibly can to make sure that the team has ammo. Also telling the team to look around for orbs. Those Star Eater hunters made plenty of orbs for the warlocks, but hey, you never know, you might have to ask your team, who needs orbs? Does anyone need anything? Because when you go into each damage phase, you really need to optimize this, unless you're protecting the moon and you're 1605 power or 1600 and the whole fire team's juiced up. Thanks for defending the moon, we really appreciate you doing that. So as we're getting set up for the second damage phase here, this is where you proc your elemental wells. You can do melee well maker, you can do reaping well maker, you can do elemental ordnance, but proccing Font of Might here is definitely huge to help some teams out with DPS here. As you see, I'm just waiting for it. I'm trying to pick up my hammer. We're waiting on the call outs here. I pick it up and we go. The left knight is first here, so we're gonna damage right here, and with that left knight being first, when our left player kills that left knight, the brand holder is actually going to leave and go meet them, because transferring the buff from left to any side is pain unless you run there. So what we did is we have our brand holder actually go meet them halfway, so we didn't fail. Yes, it takes away some damage, but that's okay. As you see here, I jump down, tell them to jump a little bit so I can switch the brand. And here's where Bungie decides to take 6 seconds of damage away. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Could have kept shooting. Ah, yes, we know this one. This is a new bug that just happened with the last update. We literally lost 6 seconds of damage. Oh well, nothing you can do, right? Just take the L. After you do so much damage here, you want to go into the Taken phase. Now that you're in the Taken phase, you put those elemental you put the bows on or something for overload, and again hit your finishers the best you can. I do want to note out for a strat, if the left knight is last, you should jump up there and switch the left knight and take out the left totem immediately. The faster you get that left totem out of the game, the easier it's going to help you. Trust me, we wiped over and over and over just testing things out. We wanted to find a really good strat. So if you're damaging and let's just say right knight spawns first and then the left knight spawns, I want you to immediately after you switch the brand the first time, the whole team jump on the top left, switch the brand, and take out that left totem so you never have to jump up to your left ever again. So we're just going to call this the jump strat. When you're going into your third damage phase, you have to understand that you're looking around for ammo. Same thing, I'm looking at my elemental wells. Now we do have the warlock in the middle that is killing the knight. They have on elemental ordnance, so their nade is killing the knight, and they have seeking wells on. So when the seeking wells come to the people that have on bait and switch, anything that's solar, it's going to buff your damage. And as you see here, we hit pretty decent damage here when I don't aim like a complete Fergie. But I did get a solar weapon refresh there. I do have the 13 seconds right there. When I pick this up, I let them know that I'm headed to them. Running, jump, see how Bergen jumped there. We swapped, and I immediately say, hey, we can't damage, we have to go to the left. Why? Because we didn't get good RNG. That's right, you need RNG here. If left plate is last every rotation, that means left knight does not spawn, and you'll be able to do way longer DPS phases. So I got a feeling some teams are going to wipe if their first damage phase is kind of crap, and I don't blame you. Going into the final damage phase, you're going to need to hit your shots. Going into our final damage phase, as you see, the boss is enraged, and we got a left knight first. So the person with the brand has to go meet them. Yes, it's very annoying, but we found out that you running and chasing the knights is very, very uncoordinated. As you see, they switched right there. We had enough damage here. Now we can do full juice damage on the boss. We know that the middle knight's right in front of us, and we don't have to worry about having the team move around, chase knights, pop wells. Hopefully this strat helps you and get the dub. And I know it's very balding, but take your time, wipe a few times, and find a better way to do it. If so, I'll give you an updated strat if I find one. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.